Did you know the document we're diving into today makes a surprising comparison? When it comes to dietary wisdom, humans sometimes fall short of cockroaches. This might sound strange, but the core issue is worth discussing. Are our food choices based on what our bodies truly need, or are they influenced by other factors? That's right. Today, based on the record from Health Strategies for Transforming Greed, Anger, and Ignorance, let's explore the connection between our food choices, psychological states, especially greed, and health. This relationship could have serious consequences. Our goal is to extract key health messages from this document and understand the intricate interplay between the body and mind. This isn't just knowledge, it's about how we view our own health. The path from sugar to fatty liver. Let's get straight to the point. The document outlines a worrying progression. Eating too much sugar can lead to fatty liver. When the body can't use up excess sugar, it converts it into fat, which is mainly stored in the liver. Over time, this accumulation leads to fatty liver. A healthy liver is soft like tofu, but if left unchecked, it can become fibrous, hard, and brittle, eventually leading to irreversible cirrhosis. Unlike skin, a damaged liver can't regenerate. To make it easier to understand, the document uses pigs and chickens as examples. The excess carbs they eat, like corn and soybean meal, also turn into fat. This shows that even without directly consuming oil, their body fat can be very high. So now you get it, right? It's not just visible oils. Eating too much sugar can also turn into body fat. Pay attention to sweets and sugary drinks. The document goes deeper, asking, if a high sugar, high-fat internal environment can harden the liver, won't the kidneys, heart, and blood vessels lose their elasticity and function as well? This is a significant threat. Even more alarming is that up to 80% of deaths are caused by chronic non-communicable diseases, many of which are linked to long-term dietary habits. The document calls these unnatural deaths, as the cause is often an excessive preference for certain foods influenced by our environment and advertising rather than bacteria or viruses. The cockroach paradox and the greed and ignorance of humans. This brings us back to the cockroaches. Did you know that bakeries and cake shops, places with many artificial flavors, high sugar, and high-fat sweets, often have few cockroaches? They instinctively avoid these dangerous foods, preferring the natural food scraps found in a typical home kitchen. Yet, we humans love to eat the very things cockroaches avoid. This ironic. This is what the document calls greed and ignorance, a greedy attachment and obsession with potentially harmful foods. Our seemingly enjoyable dietary choices unknowingly become acts of self-harm. The impact is systemic, affecting the heart, kidneys, pancreas, and even the brain. It can slow our reactions, impair memory and learning ability, and in severe cases, lead to dementia and even tremors, with overall cognitive function declining. The document also mentions nervous bulimia, a neurological issue where individuals lose control and compulsively eat, leading to severe obesity and a host of metabolic and cardiovascular problems. This shows how psychological or neurological imbalances can directly harm the body through food. Addressing the root cause, the mind. Is there a way to deal with these issues? The document says yes, by adjusting one's diet and incorporating proper exercise. This can help improve these diet-related neurological problems. It's a fundamental approach with few side effects, not a temporary fix. But the document wants to take us even deeper to the root cause, which is the mind. It's incredibly difficult to change deep-seated habits and attachments like a craving for taste, for large portions, an aversion to change, a denial of a problem, or a disbelief that change is possible. Why is it so hard? Because we always find excuses, a little bit won't hurt, or what's wrong with treating myself when I'm tired? This is what the document calls arrogance, a subconscious resistance mixed with ignorance, where we ignore or rationalize what we know to be true, making change incredibly challenging. The document also offers a paradigm-shifting idea: the essential nutrients our bodies truly need could be condensed into just a few capsules. This relates to macrophages, powerful immune cells that act as both janitors and architects. When the body isn't busy digesting, they act as janitors, cleaning up old or dead cells and metabolic waste, and even consuming invading bacteria and viruses. Then, as architects, they can precisely identify what the body needs and even produce it. So why do we feel the constant need to eat to have energy? Here's the problem: if we are constantly eating, the body's energy and resources are prioritized for digestion, like a factory constantly taking in raw materials, forcing the maintenance department macrophages to stop working. Furthermore, our bodies may not be able to properly utilize the processed foods and artificial supplements we consume, which can become a metabolic burden. From this perspective, eating too much actually hinders the body's innate wisdom. How can you test this? The document suggests a personal experiment: spend a few days eating indulgently, then try eating less for a day or two, adjusting according to your own health. Don't try extreme fasting. Then, notice which state makes you feel lighter and more energetic, which makes your mind clearer, and which makes your body feel heavy and sleepy. Practice is the standard for testing truth. Just trust your own feelings. The ultimate goal isn't to tell you what you can't eat or to overturn all dietary habits. Instead, it's to use these principles, including modern scientific research on sugar and fat metabolism and the document's perspective on the body-mind connection, to help us avoid the illnesses that accumulate from bad habits and return to a state of health that aligns with our body and mind's needs. In fact, physical health and mental state are fundamentally linked. The document's stance is clear: the body and mind are one, and the mind is the root. What does this mean in practical terms? If we can reduce our greed for food, problems like fatty liver, obesity, and the three highs: high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and high cholesterol, naturally become less likely. If we can manage our emotions and get angry less often, reducing anger, or chen, the physical harm from emotional outbursts and interpersonal conflicts, accidents, or stress-related illnesses will also be greatly reduced. Therefore, pursuing health requires looking beyond physical symptoms and examining our inner state, thoughts, and desires. This is a more holistic view of health. Finally, the document leaves us with a thought-provoking question: our bodies have such precise internal systems for cleaning, repairing, and self-sufficiency like macrophages, but we constantly prevent them from functioning properly by continuously eating. Is our belief that we must eat a lot to live and be energetic truly so absolute and necessary? By adopting a smarter, more moderate diet and giving our internal systems more space and opportunity to work, what kind of unimaginable health potential could we unlock? There is no standard answer to this question, but it's enough to make us re-examine our relationship with food and our bodies, and it's a question worth pondering over time.